Good morning, student. In this lecture, we will discuss e-communication, electronic mail or email, module number second. So let's begin. We will discuss what is meant by e-communication and why email communication is important nowadays. Before we are going to start this session, you should know what is meant by communication. Communication, if you see the definition of communication, communication means to share our feelings, our thoughts, our opinions, messages, request, orders from one person to another. That is means communication. And what is e-communication? There are various kinds of communication. We use formal communication, informal communication. We use verbal communication, non-verbal communication in our day-to-day life. It is a kind of meaningful interaction between sender and receiver. You should know what is the role of sender, what is the role of receiver in communication process. Then you will understand sender and receiver's roles. There are various types of communication according to its content and use of medium or means. So nowadays, with the advancement in science and technologies and the spread of internet all over in the world, there are various platforms emerged in a new type of communication which is known as email communication, or sorry, which is known as e-communication. E-communication means what? Electronic communication, that is defined as data communication carried over both wire and wireless system. Electronic communication differ from wire communication in that they are communications that are not transmitted by sound waves and cannot be characterized as containing a human voice. So here we will discuss now types of email communication or e-communication. See, we use e-communication, various kinds of e-communication in our day-to-day life, like email, instant messaging, like Facebook, then different social media platforms for that messaging. Then websites, blogs, text messaging, voicemail, and video messaging are few examples of e-communication. E-communication has changed the way of business world. Business or organizations nowadays use e-communication mostly. So let's begin about e-communication. In today's session, we will concentrate on email. See, the purpose of email writing. Here, as we know that electronic mail or email is a method of exchanging messages between people using electronic device. For that messaging, we require some electronic device. That means electronic mail or email. Then this email invented by Ray Tomlinson. Why, when you are sending an inquiry about a job or applying for a job, it's important to format your email is as professionally as you would any other business letters. Email writing is convenient mode nowadays to communicate with other people. So most of the organizations has their own email addresses. Most of the organizations had their own email IDs. They can communicate with that email ID or that organizational IDs. So in email communication you should follow some etiquettes, you should follow some professional font size, professional font styles in your email writing. Use readable font in 10 or 12 font size in your emails. Then message header content. You should know which content you will see in your message header content. From here, the email address and optionally the name of the authors. Here, in from tab, you have to mention your, or here you will get your own email address. Then here date, the local date and time when the message was written. In your header page, you can see this content. Then to whom you are sending that message, that mail IDs you will get, the mail address and optionally names of the messages recipients, multiple allowed. Here you can add 10 email IDs, 20 email IDs, 25, 50, n number of email you can add here. Then subject, a brief summary of the topic of the subject. Certain abbreviations are commonly used in the subject, RE or FW, forwarded or reply. Like that you can use some abbreviations in email communication. Then CC, this these two terms very important for you. You should know what is meant by CC and you should know what is meant by BCC. Carbon copy. First CC means carbon copy. Many email clients will mark email in one's inbox differently depending on whether they are in to or CC list. Carbon copy means what? These addresses are usually only specified during SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol delivery, and not usually listed in the message header. Means here blind carbon copy. If you see the name of this particular BCC, then you will get idea about that. Suppose if you want to send one message to 50 peoples. Apart from that 50 peoples, 10 peoples are VIPs. Take the example of VIPs or higher authorities. We want to hide that particular 10 people's email addresses. So if you put that email addresses into BCC, then no one can, other 40 members not seen that persons or that people's email addresses. So this is important thing. Through this blind carbon copy you can hide some data. We can this BCC use for confidential email addresses. You can put that confidential email addresses in BCC, no one can see. Then content type, information about how the message is to be displayed. In your header page you will get this information. Then subject line, don't forget to include a subject line in your email. Subject line is very important in email communication. In professional life people don't have that much time to read lengthy messages, to read unknown messages, to read uh, messages which is not mentioned proper subject line. So in email communication, don't forget to include a subject line. You have to mention your purpose of emailing in 4 to 5 words. For example, if you want to apply for a teacher post, then you have to mention application regarding application for the post of teacher. Like that you have to mention subject line. Then use the subject line to summarize why you are emailing. You have to mention your purpose of emailing in subject line clearly. For example, application for the marketing associate. Then request to stop illegal activities or inquiry about LED TV. Then one more example, my Goa trip. See, if you see, and then one another, my first day in engineering college or my first day in any college, you can mention. Here, uh, first three subjects is formal type of email subject, but fourth and fifth subject is informal. In your email communication, you can mention subject line like this. Then salutation. After subject line, salutation is important. If you have contact person, address your email to dear or Mr. or Mrs. That particular person's last name, like dear Mr. or Mrs. Sharma, like that. Then, if possible, find out the hiring manager name. Suppose you want to apply for any post, you try to find out hiring manager name and mention that hiring manager's name or his or her surname. Respected sir or respected Akhil sir. Like that, you can mention in your email communication. Salutation, then email message. Here, after salutation, you have to write or you have to type your actual email. In first paragraph, the first paragraph of your letter or your email should include information on why you are writing. Be clear and be direct. If you are applying for a job, mention the job title. If you want to informational interview, state that in your opening sentences. In first para, you have to mention your purpose of emailing clearly. If you want to apply for job, mention that job title. For example, application for the post of assistant professor, application for the post of teacher, application for the post of junior clerk, senior clerk. Like that, you can mention your purpose of emailing clearly. Then middle paragraph. In middle paragraph, the next section of your email message should describe what you have to offer the employer, or if you are writing to ask for help, what type of assistance you are seeking. Here in next section or your middle paragraph, you have to mention your experiences, you have to mention your educational details. Then they will get idea about you. Or if you want to ask some help, then which kind of help you are seeking, that point you have to mention clearly. Then final paragraph, conclude your cover letter by thanking the employer for considering you for the position or your connection for helping with your job search. So in final paragraph, you have to write convincing sentences or you have to write cover letter by thanking the employer for considering you for the position. Then email signature. This is important part in email communication. After draft of your email, you have to mention thanks and regards. One line, in one line you have to mention thanks and regards. After that, your first name and your last name and your full email address, your phone number, these things you have to mention, because in email communication, if that person wants to communicate with you after getting that mail, then it's too difficult to that person to communicate with you. So here you have to mention your phone number, you have to mention your email address, and if your full name and your designation. So these things important in email communication. Email signature is important, so try to mention your email signature. Then how to write formal email. 5 simple steps to make sure your English emails are perfectly professional. Begins with a greeting. We already discussed that. Respected sir, respected ma'am, like that. Then thanks the recipient. Then state your purpose, add your closing remarks, and end with a closing. These 5 steps you have to follow. We will discuss that 5 steps in detail. Begins with a greeting. Here, always open your email with a greeting such as Dear Sharma. If your relation with the reader is formal, then you can mention Dear Sharma. Use their family name. If your relationship with that receiver is more casual, then you can mention Dear Mr. Satish or Hi Satish. If you don't know the name of the person you are writing to, then you can mention like dear sir or dear madam, respected sir or respected madam, like this. Then thanks the recipient. Here, if you are replying to a client enquiry, you should begin with a line of thanks. For example, if someone has a question about your company, you can say thank you for connecting ABC company. If someone has replied to one of your mail, be sure to say thank you for your prompt reply or thanks for getting back to me. Like this, you have to mention thanks to the recipient in your email communication, because this is the reply of uh, email communication. Then state your purpose. If you are starting the email communication, it may be impossible to include a line of thanks. Instead, begin by stating your purpose. For example, I am writing to inquire about. I am writing in reference to. Like this, you can start your first paragraph. You have to state your purpose properly. Purpose of emailing properly. I am writing to inquire about. Suppose you want to purchase any refrigerator, LED TV for your house. So at that time you can mention, respected sir, I am writing to inquire about smart LED TV 30. Then after that, I am seeking following information, and you have to mention informations like, in first, size of the TV, second, electricity consumption, uh, third, different company name, brand names, then fourth, delivery, installation and delivery charges. If you in fifth point, you can mention, if you want some Tata Sky or Airtel dish services, you can mention that things. And like this, you have to mention in your email communication. Make your purpose clear early on the email, and then move into the main text of your email. Remember, people want to read emails quickly, so keep your sentences short and clear. Here I already mentioned that if you want to purchase LED TV, no need to mention all that information in a sentence form. Just mention that points and which information you are seeking from that receiver. Mention that things only. Then add your closing remarks. This is also important. Before you send your email, it's polite to thank your reader one more time and add some polite closing remarks, like you might start with thank you for your patience and cooperation. When you use this sentence, suppose if you purchase any mobile phone recently, or 6 months 3 months ago, and that mobile phone not properly working, and if you send a mail to that mobile shopkeeper, then as a shopkeeper you have to mention these kind of sentences. Your customer facing so many problems about your product, so at that time you have to mention thank you for your patience and cooperation, or thank you for your consideration. And then follow up with, if you have any question or concern, don't hesitate to let me know. These kind of etiquettes you have to follow during email communication. And end with a closing. The last step is to be, or is to include an appropriate closing with your name, best regards, sincerely, or thank you are all professional. You can use any one out of this. Thanks and regards also you can use in professional communication. Now, do's of email writing. See, consider your reader. This is the important thing, to whom we are sending our email. Consider that thing. Whenever you are writing email, you should consider your reader to whom you are sending email. Sometimes, if you want to send that mail to your friend, that time this kind of mails we consider as a informal mail. But informal, in official or professional mail, you have to follow some etiquettes. So consider your reader first, or consider your receiver first, to whom we are sending that email. Then provide a clear specific subject line. We already discussed that subject line plays an important role in professional communication, because professional people gets so many mails in a day, so they don't have that much time to read all unnecessary messages or mails. So mention your subject line properly. Then remove long list of recipients names and addresses. Avoid long list of recipients, or you can put it in BCC. In header page, if you add 100,000 person's name in to or CCC, other people will get all that email addresses. Instead of that thing, you can add some contacts in BCC. No one can see that contact. Strike a balance between formal and casual language. Maintain balance between formal and casual language. This is also important. You have to consider your audience or your receiver, and according to that you have to draft a message or a mail. Read and then reread your message before you send it. Message should be thoughtful and drafted carefully. No any grammatical mistakes, no any spelling mistakes should be happen in email communication. Start and end of your message. Start and end of your message plays an important role in communication. Start and end means what? In last at the last of your mail, you have to add thanks or regards about that message, and in first at the first of your email you have to use salutation, respected sir, respected ma'am, like this. After that you have to state your purpose directly. Now, don'ts of email writing. Here, do not send blank emails, because as a professional it looks bad. So don't send blank emails, or don't send without subject line any emails. Do not send emails without subject or subject line. You have to mention subject line in a proper way, in a minimum words. You have to state your purpose of emailing clearly or directly. Do not use slang terms in your email. Here slang means what? Do not use slang terms means we use email communication for professional communication. So don't use slang terms in your email. Slang terms means abusive languages or vulgar languages. Don't use in email communication. Do not use email for chatting purpose. This is also important. And do not use wrong emotions in email communication. These things don't do in email communication. Now we will discuss one professional email example. Here I can't mention CC to whom we are sending that, or to whom, just for your for the sake of understanding I mention, or I add this email message example. See, subject line application for professor. Here salutation, respected sir, I am writing today to inquire about the possibility of applying for a position as a teaching assistant at your university. I have a master degree in indigenous studies from the University Kanpur, and I assisted with several classes while finishing my degree. In addition, I am interested in learning more about your PhD program in IIT Kanpur. Perhaps we can schedule a meeting so that I can learn more about the program. I have attached my resume for your perusal. Thanks, thank you for your time, and I hope to hear from you soon. Regards, Yogesh Kadam. That mail ID of Yogesh Kadam and contact number. Like that, you have to draft your email in a proper way. Here, if you see subject line correctly mentioned, then salutation, then purpose of emailing. He purpose of emailing start directly. I am writing today to inquire about the possibility of applying for a position as a teaching assistant at your university. Then he mentioned his educational details, and after that I have attached, if you see last paragraph, I have attached my resume for your perusal. Thank you for your time, and I hope to hear from you soon. Like this, you have to write professional email. Then another example, respected sir, I am Rohan Ananda Katkar from Government College of Pharmacy, Karad. I have done my MPharm in biopharmaceutics. I am extremely interested in working at F&D department in your company. Please accept the attached resume as application for position at formulation and development department. An enthusiastic, well qualified professional with self motivated, hard, and smart working in search of opportunity for facilitating high quality research and formulation development solution by innovative ideas. This is one kind of application letter. Here he mentioned mobile number and email address as a email signature. Sorry, here after that being fresher, the opportunity to work an existing environment and with different technologies will help me to develop my skill. Also, my motivated attitude, hardworking nature, creative abilities could be well utilized in this position. I would be pleasure. Sorry, it would be pleasure to hear back from you soon to discuss this exciting opportunity. Thank you in advance for your time. Here regards Rohan Roshan Ananda Katekar, Government College of Pharmacy, Karad, and that student's contact number and email address. Like this, you have to mention your email signature. After that, in different nowadays, most of the organizations conduct most of the organizations conduct email as a one hiring process round, email writing. So while working in a any large scale organization, you should know or you must know how to draft proper email. Here you will get these kind of questions in that examination or that round. Questions like, as a student representative of your college, write an email to the principal of Professional Engineering College, Professor Dubey, inviting his institute to participate in the cultural festival being organized in your college. Sign the email as Animesh. Use of given phrases is mandatory. Complete the email within 100 words. Here they will provide you some keywords or they will provide you some outlines or phrases. You have to use all that phrases outlines in your draft. See the outline: invite cultural festival, previous success, expecting huge participation, latest trends, interaction, bonding, topics, complete, exchange ideas, exciting prizes. These are the outlines or these are the keywords. You have to use these keywords in your draft and you have to write one email draft within 100 words. So we will see the proper answer. Dear sir, it is hereby to invite your college at our cultural festival, which is going to be held on 20th of this month. As previous year, we got huge success. So this year also, we are exciting huge participation from all the colleges around the country. The new attraction this year would highlighting on latest trends, interaction sessions with some of the great personalities and bonding between different colleges. The topics of the complete event are attached below. This year, our motto is to exchange great ideas and build something new. There are also many exciting prizes to be won. Hope to see your students here. Thanks and regard, Animesh, student representative. Like that, you have to draft your email properly. Thank you, everyone. So, if you have any doubt about this email communication, you can communicate with me through my mobile number. Thank you, one and all.